I think I've asked you every year.
Okay.
Are TIF funds allowable on capital purchases and buildings and so on and so forth? Can we tap our TIF funds for those sorts of things?
The answer to that is it depends, because they have changed the TIF law to kind of clamp down on public buildings, if you're talking about public buildings. One example that I would give you is the city of Hiawatha built a city hall. We do 25% of the payment to TIF because it is for economic development. It's supposedly the anchor for their redevelopment area. So I think on an individual basis, we would have to look at that with your bonding attorney.
Case by case deal.
Case by case, because the law has changed.
Okay.
And it has to add to some benefit or economic benefit to the city.
Right.
So again, I can't answer that as yes or no.
Somebody's long-held dream is not what we're talking about then. Somebody always wanted to do something and couldn't.
Again, it's a case-by-case basis.
Still is? Okay.
And again, just like other areas, it used to be that once you had your urban renewal plan in place and it covered, let's say you wanted to just cover streets, that you're going to build streets or repair streets, that was fine. Now, every time we do a TIF financing or urban renewal financing, you have to update that plan. That's a change in the law, just recent change.
Isn't that what Cedar Rapids is doing now? Aren't they turning TIF money into street repair or not?
Well, you can do that because what you're doing is doing an economic benefit.
Okay.
So yes, and a lot of cities do that. They spend it for street. It's just public buildings they've kind of tightened the reins on. So.
Thank you.
Other questions? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Larry.
I'll tell
Thank you.
Maggie you missed her.
Okay, let's go on to the next item on the agenda, hearings. Item 2, adopt a resolution approving the urban renewal plan amendment. Motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Holland,
Second?
second by Engen, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to hold hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Hill,
Second.
second by Davis, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any objections on file?
No objections on file.
Objections on file?
Slide it like you're doing.
Hearing is now open.
So, well, and this, it's a nice segue, builds on what Larry was just talking about. This is our urban renewal plan amendment. We'll be seeing one of these at least annually, if not more often. But basically, some of the rules that have come down as far as tightening TIF usage is making sure that any TIF projects that you do, that those projects are in your urban renewal plan. So what this update does, and I'm sure you've seen it in the packet there, it lists out all of our urban renewal projects that we have both ongoing and what we're planning on doing here in the future being put into the urban renewal plan. Those are all in there. Planning and zoning reviewed this here a few weeks ago and recommended approval. I also held a meeting with the taxing authorities, the school, and the county, because the other part of this update is we're amending our urban renewal area slightly. You can probably see there from the map, there's a couple sections that were out by the airport that should be in urban renewal that weren't. And so we discovered that when we redid our map and looked at our legal descriptions. So those are being included, as well as the area there south of the new school, north of Bland, the Greenlee owns out there as far as future development. So that's being put into the TIF area also, because we're anticipating using TIF dollars to pay for our LED streetlight project, which goes right along there. So basically that is what we're working on tonight. Here is this update. So anytime that we want to do a project that's going to use TIF dollars, we're going to have to amend this plan to put that project into the urban renewal plan. So we might be doing it on certainly we'll be doing it annually, but we might do it, monthly, depending
And this tucks right into our comprehensive plan too. Right? Pretty much.
Well, it's a byproduct of the comprehensive plan, I guess, as you lay out your comprehensive plan of how you want the community to grow and develop, you can, identify areas that you might wanna include in the urban renewal area.
Steve, did this plan also include that sidewalk that's going out by Ford?
I put in an amended version of that, basically, extending the trail from Second Street north to First, and then going as far west as the school and stopping there. We haven't really made a determination on what we wanna do, so I wanna have something in there, so if we decide to move forward, we can. But it only goes as far as the school driveway.
It has to be on the north side of the road.
Be on the south side of First
In
Street.
other words, it would start out that trail that it's caused so much talk about.
Yep, it would
Yeah.
come up, it would come up from Second Street where
I
that.
see, I thought it was on the north side of the street. Now it's gonna be on the south side.
It's always been on the south
Always been
side.
on the south side.
I see. I thought we killed that in the head a couple times already.
We haven't voted on it either way, Denny, that's why I just put in something. We still need to decide how we wanna move forward with that. If we don't do it, we don't have to do it, but it's in the plan, so we can do it if we
We could
want
leave
to.
it out of the plan and avoid an uprising too,
Certainly could.
because that's all that's gonna do is start another uprising.
Well, it's in the plan, so we can use that funding source if we want to. If we decide not to do it, it's still in the plan, doesn't mean we do it. But that way, the funding source is there.
Pretty easy to keep it in the plan, all right?
Whatever you guys wanna do.
I think we leave it in the plan.
I agree.
On these projects in the plan that we have not discussed or voted on, we will do that before, I mean, are we actually okaying all this stuff in this plan